What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're back working on the good old Betty White Silverado, and today we're actually going to be doing some work on the interior of the truck. So today's video we're going to be replacing this old tore up worn out steering wheel. We're going to be replacing this center console lid. I'm also going to be fixing this. It is a common problem on these trucks where the ashtray just droops and falls. So all these problems are pretty common on these body style trucks, so I figured I'd make a quick little video on how to fix them. So first things first, I'm going to be replacing this center console lid. It's got a bunch of old stains on it. It's starting to crack and wear out. It's got a big crack in the plastic back here. As you can see, I got my new one right here. I got it off of Amazon. Looks way better. It was like 30 bucks. Also comes with new hardware to install. It's pretty simple install, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do that right now. All right, so to replace this lid's pretty simple. First all you gotta do is open it up, and this outer piece actually just pops off, and it'll uncover all the stuff we have to get to change out. So you can just pull on it. It's just held in by plastic clips. Just give it a good yank and it'll come right off. And here's the spring mechanism that we gotta take off and swap out. All it is two springs attached to this metal bar, and there's a pin that runs through all of it to hold it together. So really all you gotta do is push this pin out and it'll come off. And to do that, I'm just gonna use this little pick here and put it in. And as you can see, it's coming out the other side. I gotta move my seat back so I can get it all the way out. All right, now that it's sticking most of the way out, I'm just gonna take it and pull it. And the whole lid just falls off. All I gotta do is pop these two little springs out. And the old lid is off. All right, so to put the new lid on, you just want to do the same thing. Pop that little cover off. You have two small holes right here, and you just want to take your springs. As you can see, one side's straight and one side's got a hook. You just put the straight side into them holes right there. Like so. And you want to just line up the new lid with the springs and the two holes right there. Now I'm going to get the rod started and to get the lid to stay up. This rod has two separate ends. One's got some like splines on it and the other side's smooth. You want to start with the smooth side first and end on the side with the spline. All right, now that I actually got that rod started, I got the lid being held up by that, I'm going to attach this little bracket. All right, so this actually sits in like this. You got this tab on the bottom. The open side will be facing out and it'll clip in like this. So just run them springs through these two holes and it should clip in. And then you have them splines stick it out. You have it run all the way through, and then this side will be flush. So now you can see, got the new lid installed. It works great. Now you just take your little panel right here, and these clips will just snap in. Just line up your hole with that little hook. All right, so I got the cover put on. Looks a lot better. It's nice and sturdy. The other one kind of vibrates a little bit, because if this foam wears out, when you close it, it'll vibrate and rattle. But that looks good. All right, so next we're gonna work on the steering wheel. All right, so now we're gonna work on the steering wheel. As you can see, this original one is just super tore up. It's beat up, cracked, ripped. Most of these buttons are like faded. The lights don't work in them. I got this brand new wheel off of rockauto.com. It's a OEM factory wheel. It's got brand new buttons in it, brand new wire and harness. So literally all we got to do is take this one off, unbolt it, put the airbag on this one, and put it back on. So to take this wheel off is pretty simple. First thing you want to do is disconnect your battery, because we are disconnecting this airbag and you don't want it to accidentally go off. I've already done that, so we should be good there. Now to take this off, you got these two small holes, one on this side and one on the other side, and all that is clips that hold the airbag on, and you just want to take a pick or something and push in there, and you'll feel a clip, and all you do is push that clip as you're kind of pull on the airbag a little bit. You ain't got to yank on it. See, it pops right out. Do the same thing on this side, and it pops right out. And you got two plugs. You want to be careful when you're pulling it out. You got two plugs on the back. You just want to squeeze them, and they should pull right out. You just want to set this off to the side and be careful with it. Now to take this wheel off, we're going to disconnect this wire harness for these buttons. Just pull the little tab and unplug it. And this is the wire for your horn. This actually rotates clockwise. And it pops right out. It's on a little spring. So now the wheel should be ready to take off. We should just have to loosen this nut. This nut is a 13/16 or a 21 millimeter, should fit it also. So you just want to, it's a lot easier with an impact, but I don't have an impact, so I'm gonna just put this on here. You want to try to hold your wheel straight and break it loose. Oh, that was actually really easy. So that broke loose a lot easier than I expected. Just loosen this bolt up. Now before I take the bolt all the way off, I'm going to give this a yank, because you don't want to pull on it and the steering wheel hit you in the face. As you can see, I got the steering wheel free. So now I'm going to take this nut off the rest of the way. Got the nut off. Pull the steering wheel and just feed these wires through. There, got the old wheel off. Don't turn none of this, because you can mess up this clock spring. Just don't turn it. Take my brand new wheel, run the wires through it just like they were on the factory one. I'm going to put just a couple drops of blue thread locker on the threads, just to make sure this doesn't come loose on you. That wouldn't be good. Put your new nut on. All right, so I got it, I got the nut nice and tight. I'm going to plug in my wiring harness for my buttons. This one actually comes with a little clip to, I don't know if that was on the last one, I didn't pay attention. Push it in there. Take your wire for your horn, it goes in here, and you're just gonna push it in. Push that spring in and rotate it counterclockwise until it locks in place. Okay, so that's locked. All right, so I kind of messed up a little bit. I didn't have these wires pulled all the way out. They were tucked back here, so I had to loosen the nut back up. So, but now I got it out. So You just want to plug this in. The pink one goes to the pink and the white one goes to the white. Once you got those plugged in, just line your airbag up with the holes and push it till it clips. And there you go. And that looks a whole lot better than having that old raggedy one on there. Alright, so now with everything done, you want to hook your battery back up. Make sure your horn still works. Turn your key on, check all these buttons. Mine is all working good. So last step, I'm going to take some of this leather cleaner and conditioner, and I'm just going to wipe it on the steering wheel and this new center console. That way it'll keep it looking brand new a lot longer and keep it from cracking and tearing in the future. So now with that complete, its interior is already starting to look a lot better. Alright, so next thing we're going to be working on is trying to fix this sagging ashtray. It's a common problem on these trucks. As you can see, it won't stay closed. And if you open it up, you can see the problem is this little clip is broken. It's supposed to go up in that hole, but this little clip right here is broken. And I got a new one right here. I got the part number for it right here. It's kind of hard to find, but I actually found one on Amazon. Cost about $13 for this little retainer pin. It's kind of crazy, but if it fixed my ashtray from hanging, I guess, whatever. So basically all I'm going to do is just try to stick a pair of needle nose pliers and pinch that and pop that one out and just try to put the new one on. Alright, so there's the broke one next to the new one. I actually just put my needle nose on this round part right here and just squeezed it and pushed it straight out. So this one should just slide in. As you can see, I got the new one in. I just went in from the top and pushed it in by that round part. And now the ashtray stays locked. It's nice and firm. You actually got to pull on it pretty good for it to come open. So now my change won't be rattling around everywhere, every little bump I hit. Nice. Alright, next, just a quick little thing. I'm going to be replacing this reflector on this door. It's actually broke, but I got it stuck in there. As you can see, one of the clips broke. If I close the door too hard, it flies out. But got a new one on Amazon. It was only a couple dollars. It's super simple. All you do is put this side in first and then just push this side in. Till it snaps. Now that's done. Alright, last thing I'm going to do today, and this doesn't apply to everybody, but if you're like me and have LED headlights and taillights, you got Hyperflash, and what this part does, it's going to prevent that and make your blinkers flash normal. I got this off Amazon. It was about $40. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Hyperflash, when you got LED blinkers or taillights or something like that, so basically your truck thinks that your light's out because LEDs use a lot less power, and it makes it flash really fast. Same thing on the taillights. So we're going to install that little piece in there, and it'll make it flash normal again. So it's actually located under your dash right here. It's kind of hard to get to without taking everything off, so we're just going to pop it off real quick. First thing you want to do is put your parking brake on. Put it your shifter all the way down in first gear, lower your steering wheel all the way down, and then pop this bezel off. It's super easy. You literally just pull on it and it pops off. It's just held in by a bunch of clips. Just go around it, pop it off, and then pull it up and out. Next we got to pull off this little bottom panel, and it's right behind here. All this is you got one screw right here and one screw right here, and then you just take them out, and just like the other bezel, it just pops off with some clips. So these are 7mm bolts. Just loosen them up and take them off. All right, now that I got them 2 bolts out, this should just pop off. All right, now that that's off, the box we're trying to get to is right here. Should just have to pull this out and put our aftermarket one in, and we should be good to go. All right, so I finally got the old one loose. I did have to use both hands and kind of do a lot of wiggling up and down, left and right while pulling on it. There's no clips holding it in, but it's just in there really good. So we got our factory one right here and our aftermarket one right here. They're both identical, so it should just plug right in. All right, as you can see, after pushing on it pretty good, I got the new one in. So let's turn the key on and turn on a blinker. And look at that, it's blinking at normal speed now. So now it's blinking at normal speed. It looks good. It's not doing that crazy fast hyperflash. Alright guys, so that's going to be a wrap for today's video. I'm going to put all this stuff back together. But we got a lot done. Got a new steering wheel, new center console, and fixed a lot of little problems on the truck. Fixed that ashtray, fixed that door reflector, and got rid of that hyperflash. So next video I'm probably going to make is going to be on replacing this carpet. It's just super worn out, got holes in it. It's all stained up. So stay tuned for that. And really only other thing this interior needs is get a new headliner. This one's stained up, it's fallen in some places. It's got cigarette burn holes in it, but I'll probably have a shop do that. So after I get those 2 things done, the interior should be looking really good. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you out some. If you want to see some more videos on this truck, please hit that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks.